Hey darlings, it's Kira Jewel, and I am your Sacred Counsel guide. So I did a Sacred Counsel Guide apprenticeship program in 2024, and that was intense. It was amazing and life-changing, and one of the reasons why I believe in this work. Okay, so what is Sacred Counsel? I feel like it has a name that can be interesting. Some people might be like, oh, Sacred Counsel, what's that? And others I like, sacred, that's a weird word. I don't know how I feel about that. And the idea behind it is that we are these sacred beings and we are beings of connection. So we are connected or we do best when we are connected to all of our parts. So if you've heard of parts work, internal family systems, if you keep setting these goals and then you self-sabotage, you have different parts that are maybe at war with each other. We all have different parts. And so getting to know these parts can be so beneficial to healing, getting to know our subconscious, our shadow, all of the things about ourselves we might not like that we have shoved into the dark corners of ourselves. Connecting with that can be entirely healing. We all have our sexuality, depending on what that looks like. If we're on one end of the spectrum, if we're asexual, anywhere in between, having a relationship with that can be helpful. And our connection with other people, with our friends, with maybe a partner, with family, with ancestors. The things that can get passed on in our DNA is a lot. And so being able to play with that, to get to know that can be very beneficial. And then we have our connection to nature. Luckily, in the area I'm in, we have a lot of nature, but plenty of people don't. And a lot of us don't have time to go out there, to spend some time. So even our connection with nature, when we can repair that, when we can be with that, can be life-changing for our whole body, mind, psyche, spirit parts of us. And then we have our connections to whatever higher thing you believe in. It could be your highest self. It could be deity of choice. It could be universe. It could be source. It could be our beautiful Lake Superior if you're local. It could be whatever, but having that connection to anything higher than ourselves. And so when we can strengthen these connections, we can find healing. And when we can dive into all of the deep hidden parts, that's where the juice, the magic happens. And I am very much a believer in shadow work because social media is one of those things where a lot of people feel like they have to be perfect. And how many of us suffer from perfectionism? Like, a lot of us feel like we need to be perfect. We need to put on this perfect face. We need to be able to do everything amazing. And that's not possible. And we all have shadows. We all have aspects of ourselves that we might not be the fondest of, but I believe that when we can explore those, it can be very good. And so I love to provide a non-judgmental, accepting place where it's like, you want to share some sort of petty feelings or anger or frustration or sadness or jealousy or vengefulness or whatever with me? Like, I'm on board. Like, tell me that stuff. Like, I will applaud you for sharing some of that deep stuff that society says, no, don't have that. Nope, you're not allowed. A lot of times for men, it's not allowed to have feelings, is what society might say. It seems like it's getting better, but that's still pretty much a message. And a lot of times for women, we're told that we're too much, our emotions are too big, we shouldn't be angry, all these different things. And then our other gender friends are often in a weird limbo of told that even their own being is not enough. And so maybe they feel like emoting anything would not be great because they might feel like they are either getting erased or have to be extra, extra perfect to make up for being not on that binary. And so I love to bring all that acceptance, all of that platonic, warm, unconditional warm regard for folks. So if you are going through anything, if you're going through depression, anxiety, trauma, lots of the painful stuff, feeling lonely, disconnected, I would love to talk with you and to see what we can do, because it's all about you finding your healing and finding the limiting beliefs, the different things that are holding you back, so that you can be a happy, whole, connected being who feels confident and in love with yourself. So please shoot me a message if you have any questions, and I would be so happy to answer them or to meet with you. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.